Level number 2 is upsell. Everybody say upsell. Now, interesting thing about upsells, right? I was on a tour last year, and I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Anybody from North Carolina in the house? So we were in downtown Charlotte. And I was in the hotel room, and I was frustrated. I was mad. And I told Ronnie, I was on a few on WhatsApp, I was on the phone. I said, yo, I'm so tired of talking about upsells. I've been talking about upsells before TSP started. I'm like, yo, and like, I got these same examples. Like, it's just like, I got to do something else, right? I said I can go way deeper, I can do a lot of stuff. But I couldn't take it out of my deck for that night because it was just like too soon to the event. So I told Ronnie, I declared at that moment, I said, I declare that I didn't say I declare, but at that moment, right, I said, yo, like I'm never teaching upsells again. I said, this last time. Tomorrow I'm changing the deck, next city, new thing. So I went to the training that night and I taught about upsells. And when I got to the end, I did something I've never done before. When I teach about upsells, I talk about the fact that when you offer an upsell, you can make more money by asking just one more question. How many questions? One. And when I got to the end, I said, hey, 50 people in the room. We're doing 50 per city. I said, hey, do me a favor. Raise your hands. How many of you are not pulling that one lever? And why 90% of the hands went up? And at that moment, I was sad because I was like, crap, I got to keep teaching this. But I was happy because I was like, they can get something from it. Now, the reason I realized most people don't have upsells is most people think they already know it. And even when I pulled up on the slide, somebody was like, yeah, this is cool. Like, when we get to the upsells, I already know this. But a conversation I've been starting to have with people is that you can't say you know it unless you've done it. Because I refuse to keep walking in the rooms where 90% of the people don't have the most basic way for you to make more money. And then talk about the money you don't have. So, new way of thinking, mindset shift. It's a disconnect between what we know, what we think we know, and what we actually do. And I've been telling people you got to be real careful. Because when you go in qualified rooms and you say you know this, people expect that you've done it. And when you go in qualified rooms and you say, hey, I know how to do X, Y, and Z, the first thing a qualified person is going to ask you is some follow-up questions. Ramon right here on the front, right, he's an accomplished speaker. If I say, yeah, I know how to get a crowd together, I know how to MC, I know how to do this and that, Ramon can say, okay, what do you do when you first take the stage? Somebody say, Because if you ain't never done it, you don't know it. Ramon might say, how do you transfer power from the person that's on the stage to the person coming up? Ramon might say, hey, what are things that you should know before you release that audience? Ramon might say, hey, before you ever come into the crowd, there's somebody that you should always talk to. Who is that person? It's not Carl. But Ramon, right, it's like different things that you would know. You only know it if you've done it. So we got to reshape and reframe. So I'm going to take you at the base and we're going to get advanced at the end. When I talk about upsells, right, upsell increases revenue by 10 to 30% average according to Forrester research. And when I would share about upsells, I would always do my whole McDonald's piece, right? Upselling is serving clients better, not selling harder. I do want to point that out real quick. So I talk about McDonald's. I go to McDonald's, ask for, hey, can I get a Big Mac? They're going to ask me what? You want fries and a drink with that, right? That's the basic. The more advanced part is, over time, they've changed how they ask that question. Would you like fries and a drink? Would you like a combo? Would you like a meal? Some of your marketing is not that your marketing doesn't work. Your marketing has just been fatigued. So if you look at the big boys, they ask you the same questions. Just after time, they ask it to you in different ways. If you've been asking your people the same thing the same way for years, you probably get a higher conversion rate by changing that up if the same people are seeing the same offer. So we copied the same thing McDonald's did, right? Because we said that, hey, we know that if you go and get a burger, they're going to say, can you get a meal? If you can't get a meal, I'm going to give you a 2 for $2.50. They're just trying to sell you more of what you already got. They want to increase average order value, AOV. So we said, hey, you know, we're selling our movie, Generation 1, Search for Black Wealth. We want to sell our Black Family Film Pack, 4 films every Black family should have. We did a 6-figure pre-sale. That's the first time we did a pre-sale before we launched. Did over $100,000 in sales. And then we did another 30, 40 grand just in offering the film pack and asking how many questions? 1, you want this, you want this. You want this with it. This right here, a company called Amazon. Anybody ever use Amazon? Anybody use Amazon in January this month? Anybody use Amazon this week? Anybody use Amazon today? Yo, Andrew, you're supposed to be paying attention. Amazon said, hey, these things are frequently bought together. Right? Guess what? If it worked for Amazon, it could work for me. How much money did Amazon put in research and all of this? They already spent the money. Amazon said, hey, customers who bought this item also bought these. Has anybody ever bought more from Amazon when they suggest other things to you? So why do you think people wouldn't buy from you if you suggest other things to them? This right here, right? We go to Best Buy. If I go to Best Buy and get this camera, as soon as I get to checkout, what are they going to ask me? Would you like a protection plan, a warranty, maintenance agreement? Listen to what y'all saying, right? The base is what it is. The more advanced part is how the language they use around it. Like I tell you, some of the marketing that you have is just getting fatigued in the marketplace. So some point they might call it a maintenance plan. Sometimes they might call it a protection plan. They might call it a maintenance agreement. All it is what? A warranty. But a warranty don't sound sexy, especially on an item that already comes with a warranty on it. So check this out. This is the wild thing about Best Buy. I did a little bit of research. In Best Buy, right, if we go back to last decade, right, 2011, 2012, 2013, they said that 2.6, 2.7, 2.8% of their revenue came from those maintenance agreements. Now, here's the thing, right? Y'all say, Now, here's the thing. Best Buy makes a lot of money, so 2% of their revenue is a lot of money. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Y'all want to go deeper? Say deeper. They say when they sell those warranty packages, over 50% of that money is profit. And they're in a business, electronics, where the profits are not high. So I was reading an article on the Motley Fool, right? The Motley Fool's a big like stock, investing website and everything like that. But they was breaking down the financials and the data because they're a publicly held company, right? All the numbers are out there. And they said based on the profitability of over 50%, based on the fact that 2.6, 2.7, 2.8% of that revenue came from that, which this is a decade ago, and now do they push it more or less? Even more. Geek Squad, all that's way more prominent than it was. Based on their profit margins, they estimated that the maintenance agreement that Best Buy sells was responsible for more than half of their profit. You like, man, like why they ask me every time I come? Because it's responsible for half of the profit that they make. Think about it. And they make half of their profit by asking how many additional questions? One. So I know, I got my other examples. People always say, well, Lamar, I'm different, right? If I had a landscaping company, I could do aeration, I could do fertilization, I could do trimming shrubs, cutting back trees. In the fall, because I got the team, I got equipment, I could say, hey, you know what? We already here, all the leaves down. Y'all know that when they done for the year. Anybody got a landscaper? They done for the year, they like to circle the block a couple more times. You like, player, that grass ain't grown in months. They gonna keep going until you say stop. But I got the people that say, hey, you know what? All the leaves down, we notice your gutters kind of feel, we can hit those, right? They can do power washing. Hey, you know what? All the leaves are down, they all up. But now, your driveways, your sidewalks got a lot of stains on. We can do it. Any coaches or consultants in the room, right? If I'm a coach or consultant, I can do online training. I can upsell a group coaching, one-on-one coaching, ongoing support, done-for-you services. What are CPAs? Yay, CPAs. Albert, y'all need a new call, man, like that. Nah, I don't. I mean, I'm not one, so I don't care, but y'all enforcing every stereotype about CPAs when y'all do that. All right, but CPAs, right? Like, when do y'all think they get a lot of new people coming in? Tax time. So if they got the people coming in during tax time, they can say, hey, you know what? We're doing your taxes, but it'd be better if throughout the year we did your what? Tax planning. Because then we can help you, plan adjust so that you, pay less tax throughout the year. And we also noticed it was hard to do your taxes because your books weren't clean. So we can actually, do your bookkeeping. We noticed you got a team, like who's doing your benefits, right? Hey, who's doing your payroll? We can bring them in one way, but just ask them one additional question to make a lot more money, increase the average order value, how much we make at the point of purchase, and increase their customer lifetime value, how much we make over the entire relationship with that person. Hey, I did a pop-up here in Atlanta 2 weeks ago. and somebody said, hey, does this upsell stuff work for nonprofits? I said, work for everybody. Everybody. So my daughter's doing a fundraiser, right, for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And I went and I added my funds. And then the very next screen was this. Thanks for your donation. Become what? A monthly donor. They like, yo, you donated once. Can we get you to donate again? But not just donate again, donating on recurring revenue. Meaning I put my information in once, but they're going to bill me again and again and again until I say stop. How many additional questions is that? One. And they probably bring in the majority of their revenue by asking that one question. Somebody came in to donate $20, and then they turned that $20 donation into $20 a month. So now instead of $20 they got from that person that year, they end up with $140, or maybe even more. Now, here's the part for all the people who say, well, Lamar, I know that and I've done it. I want to challenge you on this. When's the last time you changed and tested the language around your upsells? Heard somebody go, Anybody had upsells in place and you've tested and changed the language around them in the last 6 months? Let me see by show of hands. Right, all right. 7, 8 hands up. What does that look like? This example I used to use all the time with GoDaddy, right? GoDaddy, you go get your domain, www.tsp.com. And when you go get it, they would say, hey, would you like a private domain registration, keep your personal information being published online? Or you want a certified domain with website sale, gain your visitors' trust by proving that your site is legitimate. Your visitors want to know they can trust you, give them the proof they need, just $4.99 a year. That's pretty good, right? Is it good? Y'all, it's not a trick question. Y'all be scared, like I'm out to get you. I'm here to support you. I went back to GoDaddy. After that, same exact offer, but this is what they said. 170,000 times a year. That's how often criminals attempt to steal domains. If your business is built on your domain, you need protection. Full privacy and protection make sure that you won't lose your domain, not by hijacking, not even if your credit card expires. Make it virtually impossible for your domain to be hijacked, et cetera, et cetera. Y'all see how they use fear. Did you like number 1 better or number 2?
Number 2.
And sometimes number 1 could have worked fine, but again, we talked about marketing and messaging fatigue. So they changed the copy on it. This right here is one of my favorites. Anybody know where this is from? Does this look familiar to anybody? What company uses that? Delta. Say it with your chest. Coach Cass is like, what is that thing that you have? Spirit just be like, bring $20 to the counter when you get there. All right, so with Delta, right, this is what Delta does. Like when you purchase a ticket, they say, you want trip protection. They try to get you to trip protection. But one of the things, right, they got these triggers, right, in the copy to compel you to make the move. So what I want to draw is down here at the bottom. They say 70,727 customers protected their trip in the last 7 days. So it's one thing for them to offer it to you. It's another thing when they make it look like everybody getting it but you. Then you like, think about it, right? Because you're like, hold up, everybody protecting their trip. Because your initial reaction, except for the travel people, I already know about travel insurance. I got travel insurance. Don't give me a lecture in the hallway later. But for all the rest of us, when you see that, you be like, man, they trying to get me for some more money. But they draw that out. 70,000 other people got it in the last 7 days. What do they know that I don't? So how could you use some language like that around what you have? I hope that's a real number, too, with Delta. I don't know. Hey, here's something else Delta does, right? They'll go through, and I buy a lot of flights, and this is what I'm noticing. When I go buy flights, the language is different a lot of times. Because they doing what? They test it. You're like, Lamar, I got upsells. If you ain't testing your upsells, you still ain't got upsells. So this is one thing they test right here, right? We talked about how many customers protected their trip. Over here, third-party proof. U.S. government does not provide medical insurance for U.S. citizens overseas. You should purchase insurance before you travel. U.S. Department of State. They took a quote from a verified source that they feel like you should respect. And instead of them saying, hey, Delta or Alliance thinks you should do it, they said, the U.S. State Department said you should do this. That's good, right? So how can you use third-party confirmation around what you do to get people to make the move that you want them to make? Y'all want to see another one? All right, right. Here's another one. So Delta did this. Oh, where's my piece? Oh, it went by. All right. I was trying to show y'all my little circle is on right, but it's over here on the right-hand side. Instead of calling it insurance, what do they call it? Upgrades and protection. So again, even when you have your offers, what's the language, Nikki, you using around the offers, right? Because it could be like, hey, Nikki can say, hey, you know, this is the cost of my project management proposals. Or it could be some other name that she creates that's a little more warm and fuzzy. Makes you feel good. Everybody understand? All right, and then guess what? Like if we want to do upsells, guess what we can do? We can automate it. Everybody say automate. So we can automate it so that every single time somebody comes through, right? If we doing, you can do pre-purchase, post-purchase. So pre-purchase real quick is before people bow away. If I add the card, if I'm doing something, I can upsell them before they purchase. I can do post-purchase, which means, hey, after they buy, we get them in. But even if they say no, we can still automate a process that tries to get them into the actual upsell later. If you think that you didn't just quit right there at the point of purchase, and I was about to say follow them around, but that don't sound nice. If you, what was it? Stalked? No, not stalked. If you supported their endeavors through an email and text campaign to make sure they were happy, like, would you make more money? Right, so we can automate the whole piece. We can do emails, we can time them out, we can do SMS. We can do whatever we need to do, right? We can call them. We do a lot of personal phone calls like in the office. So all those. Hey, one of the things I'm going to say to you is this. Most people communicate in the way they like to be communicated to. So I find like a lot of business owners, right? If you like to, send and read text, you send your clients a lot of text. If you like emails, send your clients emails. But for us, a communication touch point by a team is 3 things. You got to email, you got to call, and you got to do a text message. So if we're trying to get a hold of somebody, we're trying to sell to somebody, we're trying to do something, like we want to literally do all those 3 things. Do we do that for every single person? Nah. But for the stuff that's important, like, we're trying to get people to the events, we're trying to get people to the programs, we're trying to get you to a retreat. Like after this, we're doing TSP 10. Like I want for our TSP Live, the 10th anniversary, like nickname is TSP 10. So for TSP 10, I want everybody to come back home. So all my OGs, right? I want them back in the building. So we're going to be calling and contacting. But every contact got 3 points. And we're doing all the points. Because people like me, right? You trying to text me, I'm not answering. Because I'm not going to see it probably till a couple days later. Anybody else like that? Then you got the people like, I don't like to talk on the phone. Just send me a text message. What are you, 16 out this month? You know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all out there, y'all exist. No shame. We're going to make it happen. Case study real quick, right? We had an e-com business, Marriage Tees. We said that, hey, when you bought the Queen Crown, people that bought that also got the King Crown. We'll give you a small discount. For the first $100,000 in that business, 19% of it came from just asking how many questions? 1. So in the business, I just want to ask you, what exactly can you ask? What are you doing? And how can you add to it?
Carl Gray with Raising Founders Youth Entrepreneurship Program. And so one of the products that we have is boot camps in the schools. We're going to be at Surrattsville next month.
Hey, my alma mater.
Indeed. And so basically, it's basically a one-day boot camp where we go through a specific thing that the teachers are struggling with teaching the students on. And so the upsell to that is kind of a follow-up program. So, to say that we'll come back to ensure that they've done what they did is to basically another boot camp. And so the upsell pitch is basically they will have a better outcome and more profitability, which is their ultimate goal. The script behind it, I'm gonna do it after the purchase.
Yeah.
So once they've approved the purchase order of the school system and all that, I'm gonna say, hey, you need this as well. And then my script is, as we all know, one of the most effective ways that students retain and implement information is through consistency and follow-up. What I recommend is is a second boot camp where we come in and we'll correct it and get them to be able to present it and sell it. And my added bonus is we're going to also give them my $1,000 playbook on how a student can make their first $1,000.
All right, cool. Good call, y'all. Hey, so for those of you that sell, because like in TSP, we got literally everybody in the room to sell every type of thing. So y'all sell B2B, if you like, yo, like, I'm just trying to get something bigger, like Carl said, if I can get in, and then once I get in, like map it, one of the most important things he says, like, how can I map what I want to sell or upsell them to the goal? So if the goal is, hey, you know what, I'm coming in and we want to bring you in because I want to retain more of my employees. I'm going to kill them and I'm going to do a great job that first time, but then I'm going to upsell something, right, Brittany? Where I can get to like, hey, you know what, like one time is really not what your employees need to retain them. It needs to be an ongoing process where we do a touch point, and we actually can do that where we come in once a quarter, we come in twice a year, we come in once a month, whatever it is, where we actually work through that to make sure you hit the actual real goal you have. Because most people are kind of short-sighted in what they want. Most people don't even know, like they know what they want, but they don't know what they need. And oftentimes you can just get in with what they want, then on the back end you can upsell them what they need. All right, Natasha.
Yes. Hi, so I'm Natasha Green out of New York City. I have a travel archery business where we help youth and adults not to be aimless. So we go to them.
I like that.
And thank you. And so through the upsell ideology, I increased our sales to like 4,000. And what I did was I added a photographer to the proposals, and I said, hey, would you like to have someone take pictures of the staff so that you can have memorable things to post online and social media? And so one school said yes in New York City, and that was through, yeah, that's a big deal, y'all. And that was through an email. And then a second school said, hey, we want to do stuff with the kids and all of that. And I'm like, oh, would you want to have a photographer there to take pictures? And we could send it to you and also do a sizzle reel. And it was like, yes, we'll like that. And so it was just crazy that it worked, and I was excited.
Awesome, give it up for Natasha, y'all.
Hey.
All right, is that Dr. Tracy?
It is.
Coach Cass, hold that A for a second. We doing triangle.
No.
Oh, okay. I heard your A.
No, I was cheering Natasha.
Okay, all right, make sure. Dr. Tracy.
I'm Dr. Tracy, America's burn surgeon and co-living expert and founder of the Traumatic Skin Institute, where we take people who've suffered from traumatic skin disorders from hope to healing. We do that through research, actual treatment, but one of the things we do is education and events. And so what I thought about was from the Leukemia Society page, I can do an upsell where they can donate towards the burn camp that we host.
Boom, that's good. There we go.
Then we do leadership and educational opportunities for the female burn surgeons. And I was like, we could do leadership wellness box upsell where I can include my favorite premium loose leaf tea. I can include the leadership books, and then we can potentially put some merch in there. And then I'm always going after sponsors, and so I can upsell them for better placement at all of those events.
All right, good stuff. I like that, Dr. Tracy. Give it up, Dr. Tracy. All right, Coach Cass.
All right. Hey, y'all, I'm Coach Cass. I help successful single women that have everything but a man over 40 to find and keep love without settling. Okay?
You said love. I thought you were about to say find and keep high-value men.
Oh, Lord. Hallelujah. That is included. All right, Jesus. Okay, so Real Love Network is an annual program that I have that women sign up for. So what I was thinking about is after they sign up, I could say, let's put theory plus practice and add on my service where I swipe for them. So I have a service called Swipe for Her, where I'll swipe on the apps for them. So while they prepare their minds, I could actually do the work in terms of helping to sift through the men for them. Yeah?
That's good. I
Okay,
like it.
and then the other one was just inspired by Dr. Tracy, is that I could sponsor a Woman for Wanted Woman Live for my live event, like for women that they know that they're like, I want to gift this to you. So that could also be an upsell.
I like that. You know why I like that?
Yeah.
Because oftentimes what I've seen is that women like to help women that are in situations they've overcome.
Yeah.
So if you can present it like, hey, Wanted Woman Live, right, is helping these women get this result, and they've already gotten that result, I definitely can see women wanting to give like that.
Yeah. All right. Thank
Now, dudes be like, you on your own. But the women, yes, definitely. Good stuff, Coach Cass. Give it up for Coach Cass, y'all. All right, yes.
Good morning, everybody. Javier Wallace,
Javier?
founder of Black.
Doctor?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Dr. Javier Wallace. I'm the founder of Black Austin Tours, and I curate Black travel experiences around the diaspora. One of the upsells that I've been thinking about, and we've been doing it recently. Can y'all hear me still?
Yeah,
all
we
right,
back.
cool. With some of our larger projects that we're doing at historical sites, research, and so we design tours. But one thing that I'm just learning after doing the research is we're creating the stories for these sites. but then they need to implement interpretive signage. They need to curate the entire experience, and I know that needs to be, we have to charge more for that. So we can write the interpretive signage, but if we write it, who's going to design it? Who's going to install it on your site? And so that's one of the upsells I'm thinking about.
That's perfect. So definitely implement that. And hold on before you go, shout out real quick to Dr. Javier because he's executive producer of a documentary. And I saw the ad online the other day, so some of y'all will probably see the ad too, which is totally separate. Take Black Austin Tours, put it in your pocket for now. It's a different thing. So don't be like, how's that? Like y'all playing basketball on the tour?
Oh, yeah.
No, two different things. But tell them about the documentary so when they see it, they can support it.
Thank you. So I am the co-executive producer of the CB Claiborne documentary, which is about the first black basketball player, Claudius Claiborne, that played at Duke University. He came to the university in 1965. I work at Duke University. We received a very large grant from the university to tell important stories about the university, and one that I was very attracted to was the one of the first black basketball player who changed the entire game. Duke is one of the biggest basketball brands in the world, and so we went out, we got his story, we're in communication with him. We just were accepted into the Martha's Vineyard's African American Film Festival.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. We need some money, y'all, so we can make a feature-length film, but very happy about what we've been able to accomplish so far. So
all right, y'all, give it up again.
CB Claiborne documentary.
Yeah, awesome. Y'all be saying, we've been talking about it for a while, and I saw the ad on Facebook maybe like a week ago, and it looked good too. Yes, Tanisha.
Hey, I am Tanisha Lyons Porter, the natural born organizer and author of Clutter Chin Checks. So because of the property destruction for all of these natural disasters that are happening around the world, I'm creating a home inventory service, right? Because that's part of the things, when you gotta make a claim, you don't really know what's in your house.
You don't know what you had in the house.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
Exactly. So I'm doing that. The upsell will be a yearly refresh update because we buy things over the course of the year, just like trust, it needs to be updated. And the upsell will be at checkout, right? And I'm not really sure what the bonus, maybe a printed version of it. I'm not sure. I got to think that part through, but yeah.
All right, cool. Hey, I think instead of just the annual, I think you need to, at least for people like in California, in the LA area, I think the upsell, instead of just that, could actually be your service or component of your service, because it's like a higher ticket thing, and if they don't buy that, then downsell to just that piece.
Yes.
But it could be the upsell could be your actual service, and then that fast bonus is actually the annual renewal for it, for free.
Got it.
And if they don't want it, then it's downsell them just to that by itself.
Got it.
That way you make more money, you keep more profit, and it help with cash flow.
I love
All
it.
right.
Thank you.
Adrian.
Hey there. Tanisha, is that an app that you're gonna sell that they can scan the UPC code on their stuff and make it technology? Is that what that was?
Yeah, it is, Adrian.
Funny you should ask. It actually is. All right.
Hey, y'all, I'm Adrienne Simpson. I run a company called the LinkedIn Pros. We help executives, entrepreneurs, coaches, and consultants redefine their personal and professional brands to make more money leveraging the power of LinkedIn. Friend, my offer is the Vega program, Visibility, Engagement, Growth, and Action. It's already a 4-month program that we sell businesses into to help them leverage LinkedIn for more revenue, more money, establish their thought leadership. But what you said that really struck me was I already have a continuity program. I have been really great at offering to them. So after the 4-month program is over, a month before it's over, we start talking about, hey, how can we help you move forward? How are you going to get this information? But what I want to do now is offer it in the onboarding process. We already know what your goals are. You got long-term goals, and what we find is that at the end of the 4 months, it just kind of falls off. After we take our hands off and take the foot off the gas, they kind of go to pot. They don't have anybody to do it, and they just let it languish. But all my hard work is going to waste.
Yes.
So in the onboarding process, I'm going to start offering them or start seeding the idea of you really need to be thinking about this longer term. It's not just a quick hit.
It ain't, exactly. I was thinking not just a quick hit, you're going to come and do it. And you know what? When I think about stuff like that, Adrian, what I always like to think about is just being honest with people, because most people are not really honest with themselves, y'all.
Yes.
So most people y'all sell stuff to service providers, right? And especially agency-type folks, you got like an agency-type business. They know that when you leave them alone, they not going to keep doing the stuff. So the only way to really protect their investment It's to actually sell them away where it keeps them accountable to keep doing what you actually put in place for them. So same thing with Tanisha was talking about, right? She come in, she do these amazing, she'll organize your home, your life, all these amazing things. But I guarantee, like Tanisha, I don't know if you got the numbers. I don't know where you're sitting at. Okay, cool. I don't know, like if you got the numbers right, you probably don't because it'd be wild to ask. But it'd be interesting to see how many of the people where you go into their home and like just organize everything, you leave and it look like a TV show or look like, you know, Home and Kitchen magazine or something. Homes go back to just how it was before, eventually.
I would probably say 50% if they don't build in some type of reset because people have unrealistic expectations of what their home baseline should be. So I would definitely say 50%.
So for all of us, right, like I said, you got people you serving, especially some type of model where you're doing stuff. Like if you can tie in some type of accountability, that's a great upsell. All right, good stuff, Adrian. Hey, is that the same upsell you sell out of your intensive now? Is that the same thing or something different? It's not? Okay. All right, just asking. All right, Holly.
Hi, everyone. My name is Holly Reed Tootle of the Master Playbook, and we equip the next generation to master money and empower parents to give their kids a financial head start. And so my upsell idea is there's oftentimes a subset of parents or students who are interested in starting their own business. So while we cover this in our Future Millionaire Money Camps for kids and teens, it's not something that I actually dive deeper into. So an upsell could be partnering with the likes of Gabby Bowes or Carl Gray, who focus on this specific niche, and we can work together, partner together to give these parents and these families exactly what they're coming to me for.
Awesome, good stuff. Love it, y'all give it a Holly. And again, right, the upsell ain't gotta be something that you actually sell. You can't upsell to somebody else's thing. Carl is smiling. Like Carl just came into the community in the mastermind like September, October. Yeah. This cat's out here winning.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
He said, yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
All right, yes.
Hey everybody, my name is Kelsey, owner of the Social Solutions Agency, where we make simple solutions for social media and help you monetize your brand. So you kind of had me thinking I was already doing it, but my opt-in is a masterclass, and then I upsell them to my $97 offer where I help them with social media, whatever what their goals are, but the execution is key. A lot of people fail on the implementation and all of that. So I want to do accountability and coaching with that and help them create content that converts.
Awesome. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, for your business and anybody that's especially like kind of agency model businesses, the best thing you can upsell to people is something to make it easier for them to do whatever they're trying to do, or that can get them results faster. There's like people want to pay for. Like anybody want to pay for ease or speed, right? Like people, like if you can show me a way, like I'm coming to you, and this one of the things I was telling the clients recently. Most of the time, we don't sell as much as we're supposed to sell because we don't go deep enough. And we think that, hey, you know what? I want to make money because I'm going to sell them this thing. But this thing is not what they want. What they want is actually a level or two down lower. So it was Kelsey, right?
Yes.
All right, so for Kelsey, I don't think, we haven't met before, have we?
Kind of.
Kind of, okay. That's why I said have we, because I knew I probably was wrong. So with Kelsey, she got a social media agency, right?
Yes.
So a lot of times if I got a social agency, I just think, hey, you know what? People coming to me because they want what? What would y'all say? More followers. But what if I told you people don't really want more followers?
They want more money and ways to monetize.
They want what they think more followers will bring them.
Yeah.
So if she's selling on more followers, like, yeah, that's cool, that's surface level. But the deeper level, right, ain't just the fact that, like, yo, I'm gonna get you more followers. Yo, I'm gonna get you, if I can show you how I can get you more money through social, she can sell exponentially more. So whatever the upsells are, right, again, if you can make it easier for me to get to the money through social, and if you can show me how using your service can get me the results faster than me doing it on my own, then I'm in. The only question then is, do I got the money or not?
Exactly.
So good stuff. Get up for Kelsey, y'all.
Thank you.
All right. And y'all, this is gonna have to be our last one. So I'll take your routes, our last one. But if you got one, just write it down. Make sure you got it down. Tonight in the night sessions, we'll have time for open Q&A with booster stuff. Your routes, what you got?
Good morning. My name is Uralis. I am the CEO of Create, Launch, and Profit. Hello, fam. is a learning and development agency that helps 6- and 7-figure entrepreneurs monetize their audience and their expertise via curriculum-based online programs like online courses, as well as licensing to organizations. So my upsell is similar to what you were saying, Lamar. It's about launch support. So again, developing the curriculum for their webinars, challenges, as well as the visuals. And then for my self-paced program, I would upsell an implementation specialist, which will actually develop all of the resources that you need.
Exactly, like we talked about, right? How can I get it to you faster? How can I get it to you easier? So a lot of you just did like done for you. Anybody tired of like learning and doing stuff on their own? I'm like, yo, like service providers, if y'all could just like work in that done for you part, I know like I don't like doing it, but if you did do it, like it's a lot of money you leaving on the table. Because one thing I'll say, thank you, Roger, you can have a seat. I'll share this with you real quick. Is, you know, they've been saying like the last couple of decades we're in the information age. What I call it now is the over-information age. Because we got access to too much stuff where it almost cripples you from doing anything. Am I right? Am I right? And besides that, like now you got AI and all the other pieces coming up where it's even access to more information. So we're getting out of a phase where people just want to learn more stuff and they're trying to figure out like, yo, how can I get you or somebody else to do the stuff? So if you got an agency model, right? Like think about like, yo, how can I move from just teaching to actually implementation and then making it happen along the way with what they do? That makes sense? Yep. All right, so again, we talked about proposals, we talked about upsells, right? We're just kind of getting started. The proposal piece, the recap. Do I even need to talk to somebody or can I just, boom, get in the price, sell it, make it happen? If I talk to somebody, can we get in the price on the actual phone and then can I take payment? If I can't do that, can I get a proposal out? How fast within what? 24 hours. Then, once I get it out, how can I automate the follow-up process so that we keep following up without stopping, right? We talked about upsells. Again, if you tell me, hey, I already know about it, my first question, if you, look, this is one of y'all homework. Y'all have homework coming out of this. Normally, the homework be like, go to the bar, have some drinks, have some fun. Y'all have some homework. Your homework tonight is, I want you to meet somebody new. You can do this at lunch, right? Or at dinner. Meet somebody new, ask them, do you got an upsell? If they say, yeah, I know about that, ask them, have you done it? If they got a website, ask them, can I see it? Right? Now, quick question. For those that are my proposal peoples, where y'all at? Raise your hands again. If you just followed the process, could you make more money? Yep. How many of y'all, by show of hands, are not implementing upsells properly and asking that one question every single time? By show of hands. Let's be real. If you just ask that question every single time somebody came through, would you make more money? Yep. It's cash trapped in your business. It's time to let it out.